Hello everyone, my name's Idiotic Synergy. Oh my fucking god! Why? Okay, right, we're going to talk about the Manta. It's over 1,000 fucking quid, you are taking the piss! You are taking the piss! What a bunch of horseshit, what? What? Right, just a friend of mine sent me this, and I have heard of the Manta before, but I always thought it was like 500 quid or 600 quid, not over £1,000. Like that right there takes the piss. For £1,000, you can probably get, if you go on eBay, you can probably get a decent 2,000 point army going. Or like higher for £1,000. That's just insane. But I want to see why it's so much. So it's it's resin. It's fucking resin. You are. Oh boy, no wonder it's so expensive. But fuck me, building that out of resin. Oh mate, you're just going to, by the end of it, you're going to want to shoot yourself. There is no redeeming Why would you do this to yourself unless you really love Tau, or it's like a Patreon goal where, oh, at a certain number, watch me build this Manta. It's fucking insane. It's resin. Bending resin oh, if you order this in summer, you are fucked, my friend. Don't order this in summer because, oh boy, that would just be pain. But then again, if you order it in winter, you're going to be fucked. So don't order it from their warehouse during summer or winter. Manage to get like a time frame where the weather isn't too hot but isn't too cold. What a fucking nightmare this is. Oh, don't worry though, it comes with free shipping. For 1,000 quid, it better off. Oh dear, over 1,000 quid, sorry. It is shipped with free worldwide express delivery, and due to the complexity and size of this kit, Tau Mantas are cast to order. Oh, mate. I want to know what the rules are for this fucking thing. So it's 25 inches long, so you can emasculate your husband. You really can. And it's £28. Fucking hell. £28 of pure resin, just you have to bend into place. It weighs 6 times as much as a Thunderhawk gunship. Oh, please say it doesn't have those annoying little flying bases. If it has those flying bases, I am going to cry. Because those flying bases are the fucking worst. I love the model, but 1,210 quid. That right there is I see that and I immediately think how, like, train fare. Like, that is a few months worth of train fare for me. That's a lot of money. That is an awful lot of money, and hell, I know we probably all spent double that in Warhammer, or, just from buying models, but that, just to spend on one giant model, is insane to me, but I really hope it doesn't have the flying bases. I mean, where would you store it? There's the thing, because if you store it somewhere that's too hot, you're going to have to bend. This model is designed to give you a headache. I guarantee it. You would need to have like a dedicated studio to store it somewhere. Or like a dedicated area of the room. Or just, you need to be painting it as well. You need to be confident to paint it as well. Though I reckon you could just get away with getting spray paint and stencils, to be fair. At that point, you might as well spray paint and stencils. Yeah, but my god. I can't get over that. That a friend of mine sent me that and went, "You won't believe that," and I'm in Sorry, I'm just wait. This is before we put in all the tanks. It's a transport. Well, obviously it was, but you can shove like. I I scrolled too fast. I scroll. I thought this was like size comparison. Like, oh look, this is a size comparison. It's the same size as some like TOW vehicles. Oh, that's cool. I didn't realise you could That's insane. I'm. Wow. Okay, it's a transport, mate. This fucking model. You need to be confident in your building and painting. I I don't think in my life I will ever buy this model, mainly because I'm not a TOW fan in the first place. But if you're like a dedicated TOW fan and you want this model, you have both my respect and my and just how scared I am. it's it's like I part respect it and I kind of disrespect it at the same time. It's just fucking terrifying. If anything goes wrong, if you can't bend resin in properly, oh mate, you are fucked. This model will give this. It wouldn't surprise me if this model caused deaths. Like a resin bit wouldn't go down properly, so someone had an aneurysm. This model probably has killed several people. If I reckon it's probably like somebody put it on top of a shelf and it's fallen over and crushed someone's skull. It has probably killed. This model has a body count. It's fucking massive, and the fact you can fit tanks in it. Oh mate, what the points of this must be? The points of this must be for like apocalypse games. It has to be. All right, you know what, lads? We are going to have a look at the rules. These are the rules. I found them. They are 2,000 points. 2,000 fucking points. Jesus. Right, so its movement is 20 to 60 inches. That's quite fast. I mean, to be fair, the Exodus rifle has a range of 72. You can fly that to the other side of the board and back, and to the other side of the board and back several times. Can you imagine? I like to think someone brought this model to like a 500-point game and didn't get the memo. It's like, right, 2,000 point list. Here's my Manta. That's it. God damn. But weapon skill 6, ballistic skill 4. That is lower than I thought, if I'm being honest, because it's a TOW. But strength 8, toughness 8. Wounds, it's got 12 attacks. What? How does it melee? How does it melee? It's got 12 attacks, mate. Oh, mate, that's terrible. That's fucking terrible. Why does it have 12 attacks when it doesn't have a melee weapon? It's like, how does it attack? Does it just do a barrel roll at people? Oh, that's so stupid. I love it. Anyway, weapons, wounds, 60 wounds. That's kind of low. I was expecting a bit more, but you know what? I think 60 wounds, 2,000 point game, depending what army you're playing, is about average. Attacks 12, like that just baffles me, and it's got a save of a 3-up, which is understandable. But seriously, like 12 attacks. Does it just attack people using its wings? I don't know. But a Manta is equipped with 2 heavy rail cannons, 6 ion cannons, 16 long-barreled burst cannons, 6 marker lights. Of course it has fucking marker lights, why wouldn't it? 2 missile pods and 10 seeker missiles. My god, that's a lot of shooting. That is a lot of shooting right there. So, heavy rail cannon. It's got 2 of these. Heavy 2. Strength 14, AP minus 5, damage 6 plus D3. Each time a successful wound roll is made for an attack with this weapon, the target suffers D3 mortal wounds, meaning that the maximum amount of damage that one shot can do is 12 damage. AP minus 5 as well. Like, all someone has to do is fail one of those and that's it. Like, that's just dead. Like, it can one-shot a Dreadnought, Gilliman. Yeah, it can one-shot Gilliman. No, it can't one-shot Abaddon. Because Abaddon's got the rather weird ability of, he can only be wounded, 3 times per phase, or is that Gazgal? I think that's both now. I can't remember off the top of my head. My apologies. But it just kills everything. If you fail one save, then it's dead. I just imagine someone fires this cannon into a bunch of guardsmen, but only one of them gets hit. It's like, what happened to Steve? I just got dissolved. Fuck! Anyway, Ion Cannon, there's 6 of these, and it has 2 profiles. You might as well fucking overcharge. I don't care what you say, overcharging is always fun. But it's heavy 3d3, so minimum 3 hits, maximum 9. Strength 7, AP minus 2, damage 2. Or you overcharge it like a real gamer. I don't know why I said that. It's just, why wouldn't you overcharge it? Oh, but I could suffer 1 mortal wound. You've got 60 wounds to spare, mate. Overcharge it. So, strength 8, minus 2, damage 3. That's quite good. And just overcharge it, you coward. Always overcharge. It's also got 16 long-barreled burst cannons. 6 ion cannons. Can you imagine just overcharging all 6? That would be hilarious. But it's got 16 long-barreled burst cannons. That heavy for strength 5, no AP, damage 1. Yeah, there's a lot of shots, but no AP and only damage 5. I mean, granted, it needs to be balanced out slightly. But yeah, that's just a bit weird. Then you've got 6 Markalites, which are... They're Markalites, mate. There's nothing more I can say. 2 missile pods, so Assault 2, Strength 7, AP minus 2, and damage 2. And then you've got 10 Seeker missiles. What the hell is this vehicle? So, a Seeker missile is Strength 9, AP minus 3, damage 2d3. The bearer may only shoot with each Seeker missile it is equipped once per battle. So you could just waste all 10 in the first turn. That is quite funny. I like the idea of that, of just firing like fucking 10 of them on turn 1. It's like, yeah, this is my first turn. Everything just fucking dies. And it's got rules. Of course it's got rules. Holy shit, look at the transport. It can transport 200 models. Oh my god, no. No. It can just transport 200 fucking models. Oh, mate, that's great. So as follows. So it transports 200 infantry. It can transport 4 devilfish, or hammerhead models, or skyray gunships. I don't think anyone uses a skyray gunship, though I could be wrong. I mean, is this a skyray gunship? No. And 8 battlesuit models. Bloody hell. That's a lot of... You're basically transporting an arm. Oh, I just realised what could happen. Like, you manage to shoot it down somehow. It crashes and burns. Rolling for all of these guys. Yep. Anyone's basically kills... Oh, that would be really funny, especially if you're unlucky. It's like, aha, my 200 models is now reduced to 50. I got really bad dice rolls. That would be really funny. Oh dear, but shooting that down turn one must be a pain in the ass. Unless you're again, it's an apocalypse game, so it depends on the point value. I mean, you could easily have I don't know how big an apocalypse game can get, so I assume there's titans and warlord titans involved and stuff. And stuff, that's the technical term. But I assume that's what usually happens by the end of it, is like just a mass of just titans and really big vehicles and other such nonsense. But these are the abilities. Surprisingly, it's airborne. You don't fucking say. Thanks for clarifying that. I wouldn't guess that the Manta is a flying vehicle. Isn't like it's a big fuck off plane or anything. But it's hard to hit. Each time a ranged attack is made against this model, subtract subtract one from that attack's hit roll. So it's got a -1 to hit. Like it fucking needs it. It's got 60 fucking wounds. Supersonic, add 20 to its smooth characteristic, which is normal for flyers of this caliber. Energy shield, it's got a 4-up invulnerable save. Hover, to be fair, I have never played a game where someone uses hover. Because hover you use to basically gain command points or whatever, but no one does that because flyers are usually the first ones to go. So you might as well always just not have it on hover and just fly it near the enemy and just shoot at them. That's what flyers usually do. I don't really know anyone that puts it in hover. And it explodes. I've just seen... So, when it's destroyed, roll 1d6. On a 4 or 5, it explodes, and each unit within 2d6 suffers d6 mortal wounds. So, if you've got like an entire army in the Manta Ray, they have to suffer d6 mortal wounds as well. Jesus. But on a 6... oh my god. On a 6, each unit suffers within 3d6, suffers 2d3 mortal wounds. Sorry, 2d3. That's... I mean, the maximum amount of damage you can do is 6, either way, but it's got a bigger radius. You know what? I kind of wish it's an orc vehicle, because then you can then you can just make, if you just have the flying headbutt stratagem, then you could just detonate it if it were. Oh, can you imagine that? It's a 2,000 point game, right? Someone brings this in, but it's like an orc version, and they just play flying headbutt. It's like, right, I'm near you, flying headbutt. I might lose my 2,000 point army, but you will. But you've just lost your dignity. I don't know. Your dignity. What are you going to do to them after the game? I don't want to know. I really don't want to know in that scenario. But yeah, it is really quite good. If you don't have a base for this model, I assume there isn't the no, there can't be a flying base for this model. Fuck off. Just fuck off. There can't be a flying base for the Manta. No, I refuse to believe that. I just refuse. No. Yeah, don't use the flying bases ever. They're shit and I hate them. Flying bases are just terrible. They are awful. And for something that weighs, weighs a Manta, like 28 pounds, don't use fucking flying bases, you stupid morons. Just ignore flying bases. If you have a flyer, don't ever use flying bases. Ever. Because they're terrible and I hate them. There's good advice. And then someone's going to go, well, actually, you need a flying base because otherwise we can't see the model. Oh, fuck off. Don't be that guy, please. Anyway, that is the Manta gunship. It is a massive pain in the ass, and I love it. I love the model, but I know I'm never going to buy one. Because it's over £1,000! The price of it alone hurts my soul. But and the fact that it's fucking resin. I'm pretty sure it's killed someone at one point. It probably has killed someone just through aneurysms. I mean, to be fair, Lucius the Eternal, the old Finecast resin Lucius the Eternal, gives me an aneurysm every time I fucking repair it. So having a model that is basically one blimmin' just horrible resin mess would be a pain in the ass. Anyway, I've been Idiotic Synergy, and thank you for listening to me ramble. And I'll see you later. Remember, take care and stay safe.